Welcome. Today, our topic is how to be the best person you can be. And this is a summary of a conversation I had at the Dharma Vijaya Buddhist Temple in California. Hi, my name is Dr. Iresha Gunasinghe. I am a consultant cardiologist. So, in the first 5 minutes, we will be talking about how to plan a successful project or a task. And then we'll talk about how to take care of our mind and our body. And in the last 5 minutes, we will talk about how to protect ourselves from the dangers of social media. Being the best person you can be is a lifelong journey. Every day, you have to look at yourself and see, what can I do better tomorrow? So, let's first talk about how to plan a successful project or a task. It could be something like getting a gold medal or getting a doctorate or a PhD, or a simple thing like washing your car or baking a cake. Either way, you will have to follow these 5 steps. So you define your goal, you create a plan, you set it in motion, and then you listen to constructive criticism. And with that, you course correct. The constructive criticism, which is the most important step, can come from 3 sources. Number 1, it'll be you. You have to constantly ask yourself, am I doing the best I can? And then the second source would be your real friends. They too will help you, nurture you, and encourage you. And the third group will be people that are not known to you. But with those, you have to be a little careful because you will come across a third category that would be naysayers. So it's very important for you to decide, is this a naysayer or is this someone who's giving me constructive criticism? So I'm going to share a personal story to illustrate this point. So soon after I graduated and was doing my postgraduate training to become a consultant physician, I decided I was going to do an additional 3-year fellowship so that I could become a consultant cardiologist. And one day, one of my favorite professors called me to a side and said, "Don't try. It's going to be a waste of your time and energy because, number 1, it is really competitive. Number 2, you are a female. At those days, there were less cardiologists who were female, so that was true. And number 3, I had done my undergraduate studies outside the US, and that too would be a minus point for me. So imagine that day I was so sad. I did go home and had a good cry. But then I realized he was right. He was giving me constructive criticism. So now it's my job to course correct. And I did. What did I do? I did 2 research projects and 2 different heart transplant institutes, and I did several other things. So when it came to the time for me to apply for the fellowship, I had a much stronger application than a lot of other people. And therefore, I was successful in achieving that goal and becoming a consultant cardiologist. Since then, I've done many things, and each following those 5 steps. And if I can do it, so can you. Okay. Next, we'll talk about how we have to take care of our mind and body to be the best person you can be. First, let's talk about our body. I'm going to share 3 points. Number 1, get adequate sleep. And if you are exhausted, please sleep longer. Eat healthy food. Vegetarian does make you feel better and is scientifically proven to be healthier. And of course, frequent small meals. Drink plenty of water, but avoid stimulant drinks like coffee, and also avoid alcohol and drugs because those will affect your judgment. Now let's look at our mind. If your mind is angry, guilty, frustrated, and stressed, your mind will be like a stormy ocean. But on the other hand, if your mind is happy, relaxed, and your studies are going according to your plan, your mind will be like a calm lake. So how can we keep having a mind that is like a calm lake? Number 1 is you need to have a neat, clutter-free environment. Number 2, you have to be organized, have a things to do list, have a calendar. And number 3 is please don't try to take on too many things because we human beings have to have quiet time. And this is a little technique that has helped me all my life, and I call it journaling. So whenever you are mad, sad, frustrated with life, grab a piece of paper and start writing down everything you're feeling. And you may cry, and that's a good thing. And once you are done writing, just shred the piece of paper. Please do not keep it, share it, or read it again. And if it is an ongoing stress, you may have to do it daily, but it's very, very healing when you learn this technique. Peer pressure, it's always there. Might ask you to drink alcohol, take drugs, and I'm sure you heard lots and lots of lectures on it. I'm going to share one additional thing that you may not know. We, being doctors, when a patient crashes, we get stressed too, and that is normal. But we are able to save lives because we are always prepared. We prepare way ahead of time, figuring out, okay, if this happens, this is the sequence of things that we have to do, and we practice and we practice. And likewise, when some challenging question comes to you, follow the 5 golden rules. In Buddhism, we call them the 5 precepts, but they are universal. So what are they? Number 1, avoid killing or hurting anything that is alive. Number 2, avoid taking anything that does not belong to you. Number 3, avoid sexual misconduct. Number 4, avoid telling a lie or use speech to hurt others, and stop wasting time gossiping. Number 5, avoid taking intoxicating substances as they will affect your judgment. So if you stick with these 5 golden rules, you will never go wrong. And it'll be a quick yes or a no answer, and they'll usually be black and white. And this has helped me tremendously all my life. At the same time, practice being kind, be compassionate, and then just before you go to sleep, do this tiny little 30-second metta meditation, which is you wish your body well, you wish your mind well, and you wish the whole world to be well and happy. All these things will help you to have a mind that is calm like a lake. Every day you look at yourself and try to be a better person than the day before. Now let's spend some time talking about how to protect ourselves from the dangers of social media. This was something we didn't have when we were growing up, but this has become a very serious problem in our society now. Please jot down this website. It's tinyurl.com/uplift our kids. And there'll be a questionnaire there. And then that will help you to decide whether social media is affecting you. And it'll take only a couple of minutes to complete. There is one question where it asks you how often you check social media, because that will help you to decide, oh my gosh, I'm being on social media too much. But this is the one that I want to spend a little bit of time with you, which is the teen suicides and deep levels of depression are rising really fast in the United States, but now the rest of the world is catching up. And there is a lot of misinformation and there is a lot of anger. But this to me is the saddest thing, which is we are losing our ability to have a face-to-face conversation with each other. And if we lose that ability, we will be unable to create meaningful long-term relationships. It's also causing our attention span to become less, and we are becoming less empathetic towards one another. And then the other big problem is it's creating a world where everyone is beautiful and nobody has any problems, and thereby leading you to have unrealistic expectations about life, which in turn will lead to depression, suicide, and a loss of self-worth. So please carefully check yourself and see where you are, because there are ways to protect yourselves, and that too is outlined at that questionnaire. So please take some time and complete that. Again, tinyurl.com/uplift our kids. But today I have a challenge for you. It's a 21-day challenge. So can you shut off your phone at bedtime and keep it outside your bedroom? And please try to get your parents to do the same if you can, because they too are getting affected. And with that extra time you have at bedtime, I'm asking you to write a letter every day, just one note or a letter to someone you love, your mother, father, grandparents, your sisters and brothers, your other relatives, teachers, friends, it doesn't matter. So at the end of this challenge, you would have written 21 letters, and the next day, give it to them. And I'm sure they would love you for that. So let's make a plan. How can we all succeed in this 21-day challenge? Remember the 5 steps? So now we know what our goal is. So let's create a plan and set it in motion. But you will have to constructively criticize yourself to see whether you may have to do little course corrections. So this is the plan that we suggest. Set an alarm 30 minutes before your bedtime. Have your charger outside your bedroom. And then get your friends involved. We call them love squads, so that you can keep each other accountable and encourage each other. And 30 minutes, get ready for sleeping. In that time, try to write your gratitude letter. And just before you go to sleep, do a little bit of metta meditation and then go to sleep. You will feel good at the end of the 21 days. I can guarantee you that. And if that is the case, maybe you will want to continue doing that. So let us summarize. Learning to be the best person you can be is a lifelong process. Only compare yourself to yourself. Take care of your body. Take care of your mind. Remember the 5 golden rules or 5 precepts. Be aware of the dangers of social media. And please, please, try to do the 21-day challenge. I would love to hear from you, comments, suggestions, anything else that you want to share. This is our email, so please feel free to email us. And together, let us make a difference in this world. And together, we can. Take care of yourself.